So I can't remember when I last made a video because it feels like ages ago. But yeah, anyway, I have a new seat now. Ooh, I've got like a bean bag. It's a sort of multicolored. But anyway, it's very, very comfortable. I like it. And I've got a headrest as well, which is really comfy. But anyway, I had a had a client today. I just thought I would talk about him. I saw him probably a year and a half ago. I remember it being at Easter period time, Easter, and we both got drunk. Even though we had only had like a little bit to drink, I think I'm just a lightweight because I don't ever drink, and he doesn't drink either. But yeah, it kind of ended up with him just basically going on his knees, shouting out to God about how much he loved God, and yet God was doing nothing to help him, and it was just really, really bizarre because I was sat there, I knew I was God, and this guy was literally talking to God, e.g., me, and saying just like, why are you not helping me? Why are you not doing things? And I'm just like, I'm I can't even help myself, and there's loads of people in the world that I'm really not just thinking about you, and I really don't love you. But and he took it very, very badly. And I kind of wanted to die at the same time, so it didn't really bother me. But at the same time, anyway, it was an experience. And he called me on a different number. I didn't know it was him, and then he came and he was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you saw me. I didn't think you would want to see me again." I was like, "Oh, it's you. Okay, I wouldn't have picked up the phone if I would have saved your number or saved your second number that you had." But anyway, yeah, he was fine. Like, I know he really cares about God, and I know that he really cares about me. I think I shouldn't see him probably because he cares too much about me, and it's a one way feelings. It's one way feelings towards him. I am. It's just really, really bizarre how it felt like he knew I was God because he would talk to God and say all the things and then start saying how he would never reveal these things to people, he would never reveal his relationship with God to me. And this was just so bizarre that he was telling me all these stuff. And I was like, no, it's not bizarre because I am actually God. So, but I couldn't tell him that because I knew that he would take it the wrong way. If you spent your whole life being told to love God and just admire God and think everything of God, and then if you actually met God and God was just like, I don't actually like, you're not my type, and I think you're too girly for me. I think he's kind of too girly for me. I like masculine guys, but he's not at all. He's way too sensitive, way too, yeah, it's not my type at all. But yeah, if I would have to tell him that and also tell him I'm God, yeah, he would get angry and attack me. And I know that he did that. Okay, he was drunk, and I was too. So maybe I might have been a little bit more bolder because I was getting frustrated. I was getting really, really frustrated. It actually annoys me when people are praying to God about getting extras. Oh, please, God, give me. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you? And I'm just like, don't you think I wanted a better life? Don't you think I didn't want to be ignored for 10 years? Don't you think I didn't want all the shit that I'm having? So why are you praying to me? It actually annoys me to see people praying, or particularly people who actually have a lot more than me. This guy is not super rich or anything, but he does have more houses than me. He's got more money than me, and he's got a lot more things than me. And yet he's praying to God about all the things that God didn't give him. And yet I'm God, or he's Christ, and God didn't give me those stuff shit out anyway either. So it's just yeah, it's very, very frustrating. And I was getting more and more frustrated, so I think I was a bit more blunt. And I don't know. I do kind of blame myself because I know I shouldn't have said anything because I knew he wouldn't have taken the right way. Anyway, he came today, and the same thing happened. And I know that I can't see him again because I feel like if I see him again, I'm just going to be leading him on by, he thinks that I do really like him deep down and I really do have feelings for him. And it's just like, no, I don't. And, I would say, well, you're treating me exactly the same way you're treating God. You really believe God deep down really loves you. And there's no evidence of that. And likewise, there's no evidence that I really like you. But and yeah, he had a dream that was really, really vivid, and I was just kind of like, yeah, was it, talking about paradise and how amazing it is, because that's kind of what I've been doing in the last few days. I've been watching Christian videos that are all about sending people to heaven, and the best way to send people to heaven is to convince that they want to go to heaven, because that's how, that's where you want to be, and that's what the Bible teaches. And I'm just going along with Bible stuff, and yeah, but it's just like, yeah, really, don't like you and I don't want you here, and there's too many people here, and it's it would be fine if there weren't too many people here, but there is too many people here. So I feel like I've come here for a reason, and that is my reason. And yeah, it's very important that these Christian messages are preached, because I it's against me. The Bible is against me, and if I seem like I'm for the Bible, I'm only going to confuse them. So it's important that I seem against the Bible, and that other people who don't worship or claim to not worship me, they are, they're on the other side. Really, it's both sides working for the same thing. But yeah, I also posted a few videos about my sister. When it comes to my sister, I have been kept quiet about like the sort of the things that's happened. I'm sure everyone knows, if you've got a sister who's going a little bit mad and doing strange things, you don't really want to tell people, because you're basically just opening up people's mind to the fact that she's quite vulnerable, and she was, she did have quite a few boyfriends, and I'm hoping that's stopped now, because she's now pregnant. I think it's probably in her 13th week now. She had the 12th week scan last week, and the lady seems very big. I met her. We had my granny's 50th party on the Wednesday, and the bump is very bumpy. So it's definitely happening. I want to say it's good and bad. I feel like something's going to happen soon, and the Bible says it's not good for pregnant women. But I don't know what's going to happen with her. I know that my mum is desperate for a grandchild, and I'm glad that she's now not going to put that pressure onto me to have a kid, because I I did want a kid, but one, there's a possibility that I might have a much better donor if I wait. I don't want to have a try again with a randomer on Facebook, because it's too depressing for me. Plus, there's way too many people in the world. I think before I was doing it just because I was bored and lonely, and I wanted, some company and having a child. Can't have a partner because it annoys me how every guy I meet just doesn't believe what I believe, or at least I've got two guys that do meet, and I've spoken to the other guy who did believe quite a few times now, and he said that he's had another dream about me. So there's actually a few clients who reveal that they've had dreams about me. Um, but yeah, it's a little bit bizarre, because in most of these cases, I think that the guy is convinced that I like him, when in reality I'm just being polite because that's my job. But yes, I think God's love and God being polite are probably two different things. Well, they are two different things, but they're seen as being the same thing, in people's minds. But I don't really know what's going on. But I know that if I got onto a Big Brother show, and if I told people that I was God, it would be very interesting to know the kind of dreams that people have about me. Yeah, if they want to expose what it is that they're having or what they're seeing, or this other guy said that when I came to him last week or something, he said I was talking about something about September. I mean, to be honest, I feel like he's watching my videos and he knows about me. He knows about, how else would he know about September? I don't know what's going to happen in September, but that is a possibility. But yeah, when I last saw him, which I think was like when I first came back from Malay, I think I've only seen him once since I'm coming back. But yeah, I don't know if I said anything about September. I'm pretty sure I didn't say anything about September, because at the time I was still convinced that something was going to happen on August the 19th. So, but yeah, um, I don't know what's going to happen, or if anything's going to happen. I don't know dates and times, and it's annoying me. I know that I got inspired by one of the videos, because they were like, the Antichrist is not going to, or Christ, or was it Christ or the Antichrist? One of them's not going to come with flyers and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I have to go and do some flyers, because I did some flyers like into 3 years into what I was going through. But the flyers were awful. I'm looking back at them now and I'm thinking, these are terrible. No wonder they didn't get anywhere. Like, they look kind of cheap and tacky. And I know I could do a lot better. I don't know why it feels weird. Like, sometimes you do something and you don't quite understand it. And I feel like now when I look at the flyers, I'd be like, well, of course these flyers wouldn't work. They look cheap, tacky, and made craply. And I don't know if I think the one that I've done just yesterday is much better. But yeah, I'm focusing on what people might be more interested in. People are more interested in the singers and celebrities, so I put more focus on that. and told a story rather than just like cartoony information, which I think the first flyer that I did years ago was like more like that. I've still got a bunch of them in the attic, but I'm actually too embarrassed to give them out because I just don't think they look nice. But yeah, I want to go, and my aim would be for the rich. Um, but I am a bit concerned because I do think there are some people that really shouldn't get hold of this information, or if they do, I don't want them to go to Facebook and actually find out what the information is, because then they'll know that there's a lot more characters, and I've kind of played down some of the characters. You know, I don't think I'm really much like Ariana or Miley Cyrus. I mean, I know Ariana's really, really pretty, and every time I look at her, I think she's vain just because she's so pretty, and I kind of wish that I would be prettier. But at the same time, you know, I sometimes I can obsess about looking good or want to look good or whatever. But yeah, it's still a side of me, I would say. But at the same time, there's some songs that I really don't think I would have done if I were famous, if I were her, or but not if I were her, but if I was had the opportunity to do any song, I might have gone down different direction of style or whatever. Um, but yeah, and definitely played down the warlord and Tormentor character. That is the stronger side of me. I think it's nice though to have it's said in that way rather than the truth, because some things are not supposed to be revealed. Um, but that's the thing. If the wrong person gets hold of the flyers, they might find out information that I don't want them to know. So I will send them, but I don't know. I feel like there's a ghost following me around doing like when I was giving out CVs or going around making sure that CVs got ripped up or something. So I never got a job. But I feel like if I'm giving out these flyers, maybe my higher self will be going around just seeing the sort of responses that people will get to seeing a flyer like the one that I made yesterday. But I don't know. I know I'm going to try sending them out yet next week when I'm going to be in London next week. I'm trying to stop myself from doing massage because I think something might happen soon. I'm seeing lots of evidence. I mean, I've always seen lots of evidence and nothing did happen. I just don't know timings, but yeah, um, I'm going to try it. I've bought 1,500, so I've bought quite a lot of flyers, and I'm going to send them out and see how they go. And yeah, in regards to my sister, her life has been a bit hectic, and she's now pregnant again. And I hope everything goes well. But I do I am concerned about her future. But she hasn't apparently she the money hasn't actually gone into her bank account yet. So that's the reason why she's not looking for a house. As soon as she gets this money from the divorce that she's got, she said she will go and start looking for a house. And this job that she started 2 days in a caravan park 2 days ago in a caravan park, her her partner has already said this is boring and I don't want to do this. I mean, it's a bit weird how you moved quite a long distance away to a new place with the sort of 3 month commitment, and he wants to stop after 2 days. I think that's a bit of a bad sign, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I feel like though with her, she has gone through a lot of problems in the last 2 years, and she wouldn't listen to anything that I say in regards to my advice. And yeah. Anyway, I just I'm enjoying my new beanbag.